It's stolen by Duncan. Can't cash in from close range. Los Angeles leading by 5. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Feeds it to George. Parker with the steal. And now Parker pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That's good.
That's his brand of basketball, and he plays it as well as anyone. And as we get into crunch time, they need him at his best.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
The other thing they're doing, guys, is forcing turnovers and then creating points offensively as a result.
Now here's Embiid. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Been a couple of whirlwind years for Joel Embiid. Coming from Cameroon, had to learn a new culture, new cuisine, how to drive a car. Now he's a top pick, making millions of dollars a year. That's enough to make anybody's head spin. A lot to adjust to. But with his fluidity and the natural gift he seems to have for the game, I get the feeling this young man is going to be just fine.
The Lakers making a switch here. Noel's checked in, and let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He told his players, guys, we're letting opportunities slip away in transition. Let's push it up the floor, look to score some points in early offense. Kevin, can they pick up the tempo?
And Embiid with a stress fracture in his back in March, a stress fracture in his foot in June. Clark, those kinds of injuries raise long-term concerns, especially when you're talking about a 7-footer with a very limited basketball resume.
Well, there's no denying that, Kevin. I mean, clearly, if you're a general manager, then you're thinking about what are the prospects of this big, talented, highly gifted player going forward, and only time will tell if this is just an aberration or it's something that's going to be prime.
It's Parker with the drive. Here's Duncan, and the rejection by Noel. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
22 seconds on the shot. 22.
Parker dishes to Ginobili. He kicks it to Duncan. The pass to Parker. The fader. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Duncan's got his 5th assist in this one.
He's really rising to the challenge here, guys, in the 4th quarter. That's 3 for 4 from the field.
Now, here is George. The dish to Embiid. Six to shoot. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school, just physical play in the paint, dominate. Well, Joel Embiid, born in Cameroon, the son of a professional handball player. He only started playing basketball at the age of 16. He'd been playing soccer and volleyball, but I tell you, his development in the game has been rapid.
Oh, here's Parker. Dishes it to Ginobili. Pass to Diaw from downtown, and again it's San Antonio with a 3.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
And for Embiid, is countryman and NBA veteran Luke Richard Mbamute spotted him at a camp in Africa. That was the start of it all.
Came over to the U.S., didn't play a whole lot in high school, expected to redshirt in Kansas, but ended up starting from day one. And the thing I liked about him was he almost improved, not just game to game. You could see improvement within games.
That's a great point. You're right. The Spurs making a switch here. Splitters checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Sanders comes in for Noel. That's Bryant in for Johnson. Parker against Oladipo. Kobe with the bucket. Kobe's got 25 points.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
Yeah, and that's their goal down the stretch. Continue to find those close-range shots.
Oladipo misses.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Parker.
And his confidence has come back since halftime after really a rough first 2 quarters.
And Oladipo kicks to George. Lakers passing it around. They double-team Kobe. Back to Sanders. On the wing, Bryant. And George kicks to Oladipo. Another miss by Oladipo.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
We've seen Parker doing this thing. He has 14 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
Yeah, to watch him spread the ball around, get everybody involved is a thing of beauty.
And Parker drops them both.
Tony Parker, I don't think there's any question the best player ever to come out of France. In fact, back in the summer of 2013, he led France to the Euro Cup championship in Slovenia. Just a terrific performance there from Parker.
And the shot goes in from Embiid. So it's the Spurs now. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. They set the pick. Duncan kicks to Splitter. Back to Duncan. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
He's going to have to be much more effective to stay on the floor and to keep his team in the game here in the fourth quarter.
And here's Oladipo. Kicks to Embiid. George passes to Sanders. Sanders with a screen on Leonard. And George, here we go. They get it back. And Oladipo kicks to Bryant. It's good from long range. Kobe's got 17 points here in the second half.
Another good look there, and that's his second three-pointer of the game.
Lets it go from 11. Tips it up. Sanders grabs the miss. Lakers leading by 5. And Oladipo kicks to George. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Here's Duncan. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Well, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And so it's the Lakers with it. After the basket by San Antonio. Clock at 4. And here's Kobe for 3. Offensive rebound. Sanders dishes to Kobe. Kobe draws the double. Right side, Kobe. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
And he sinks the second. Here's Parker. Passes it to Splitter. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
Parker against Oladipo. Just 5 to shoot. With with the teardrop, and the shot is good. 18 points for Tony Parker.
Clutch basket there to shave points off this lead. And I'll tell you what, the later we get into this game, the more they need him attacking the basket.
Oladipo, the pass to George. Bryant is doubled, and George kicks to Embiid. George dishes to Bryant. Leonard with the steal. To tie it up, and another basket for San Antonio.
Whoa, Nelly, listen to that.
That shot eliciting a roar from this gigantic crowd.
That was huge, guys, absolutely huge.
Los Angeles calls timeout. The score knotted at 77. There's 126 left in the game. There's 126 left in the fourth quarter. Oladipo against Leonard. And George, here we go.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
First free throw is good, and that gives them the lead. So he gets them both, and it's a two-point ball game.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does. And that can be huge in a tight game like what we have here.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're behind by 2. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth. Noel's checked in for Embiid. Parker outside. Back to Ginobili. Parker left side. He dishes it to Duncan. Shot clock at 6. Paul George with the steal. To the inside. Oladipo. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
And he took a shot. Excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
San Antonio's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Well, the first half, he was flawless when it came to handling the ball, but that has not been the case here since halftime.
Ginobili. Count it! A huge shot to tie it up.
Ginobili is out for bucket. You can see it in his eye.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Now, here is George. Bryant, that's for 2. Good!
Oh, that is a massive shot.
You know it is. He's stepping right into the spotlight.
A lot is on the line here.
How about the intensity and focus of the crowd here?
So loud in this place. And that's an intentional foul. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 3-point lead. San Antonio calls timeout. They trail by 3. 26 seconds left in the fourth. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And Parker, here we go. Now Oladipo. Yes!
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is safe.
Well, if not 100% safe, certainly 95%.
It's Parker outside. The shot no good. And he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And so Los Angeles takes the win. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. And so now we'll go down to